Acting Speaker, I say every week in this House that I feel like I speak on crime and bail laws and how they were weakened every week, and I do. I stand by that, and here we are again. What has me befuddled this week, though, is the change in attitude from the other side. For 12 months, for longer, they have been telling us that we're delusional and we're causing fear and we are facilitating a fear-mongering campaign in the media. There's no issue with Community Saver, no issue with crime. It's not real, it's not real. They're deniers. They're crime deniers is what they are. And now all of a sudden that FM radio got involved, like I spoke about 2 weeks ago, all of a sudden, we're making changes. It's in the mainstream now. People are talking about it because it's true. We've been yelling and screaming about this for at least 12 months, longer than that. So to sit here and listen to what's coming from the talking points, because honestly I don't think that there's a member on the other side that actually listens to what is coming out of their mouth. They're just regurgitating what's in the talking points and they absolutely just read what's given to them. Because if they didn't, they would have paid attention to this months and months ago. But again, I said last week that I talk about this every week in this House, and I tell you who else I spoke to during the week. Again, and I speak to Victoria Police members every week because I'm a very practical person. I like to know how this legislation that we didn't get until 3:30 yesterday and then struggled to get it and struggled to get a briefing, how that would affect the practical enforcement and implementation on the ground. And I tell you what, I learnt so much in spending an hour on the phone with a 33-year veteran of Victoria Police who said to me, and he is at the coalface of youth crime, and he's actually through Southern Metro, so he has a fair bit of work in his patch at the minute, and he said he has never seen it so bad, particularly in the last 12 months. But I learnt so much just speaking to him and about the frustrations. Now, I've heard the Premier say today about the tools and resources that the government gives to Victoria Police. I mean, go and talk to some Victoria Police members. For heaven's sake, they are so frustrated. Their arrest rates are so high, and yet they are getting rinsed through the justice system and bailed. 52 times on bail is completely unacceptable, honestly. The Minister for Police earlier today said there's never been a better time to be a member of Victoria Police. Go and talk to some of them on the ground. They are so frustrated. And the other thing, and I quote, legislation that is pushed through this quickly is never a good outcome. That's coming from Victoria Police members. When it gets pushed through this quickly, it's never a good outcome. The intervention programs also that the Minister for Police that was talking about earlier, some of those are great, the Pivot program, but the framework under which they are funded is flawed. They're not funded based on outcomes. And again, Acting Speaker, I talk about this all the time too. If we could just change the framework for funding and fund these things based on outcomes, we'd have a much better result from these things. The words that I heard during the week is when you lift the veil on these programs and early intervention, there is nothing there. That is coming from Victoria Police on the ground, in the city and in Mildura. When you lift the veil, there's nothing there. Now, again, I could go on, and so I have got pages and pages of notes on this. And like the Leader of the Nationals said earlier, we're not opposed to this because any improvement is good improvement. But again, when something is pushed through this quickly, having faith that it will actually fix what needs to be fixed, it does not toughen the bail laws to where they were pre-March 2023. And you know what? When we say tough bail laws, we don't necessarily need the toughest bail laws in Australia. We need the best bail laws in Australia. And that is what we are after. So no, we're not opposing this. And I'm going to cut this short because with only half an hour left to debate this bill, I want to make sure that some more of our members get a chance to debate this bill. But we want the best bail laws in Australia. This does not look like anything like the best bail laws. It doesn't look anything like the toughest, but it doesn't look anything like tough bail laws from March 2023. There are 2 clauses in this which may be helpful. That's it.